Ah, shit, that's right. fuck? Ugh. Shalom. Shalom. Aqua. K. Cole. I go live on this amalekite Supreme Court judge known as Notorious RBG or Ruth Bader Ginsburg dying, because that's gonna get this shit popping between Esau and Esau for real. Esau versus Esau beef about to get super heated out here. Like, they're about to be a civil war for real in this motherfucker. It's a lot at stake now. Yeah. The Blue Devils, coffee sippers got a lot at stake. Cause if Trump got next, then he's gonna choose a proud red devil to be the Supreme Court justice, and if Biden wins, he's gonna choose someone like him. He's gonna choose a so-called liberal devil to be Supreme Court justice. So now it's a lot at stake, and so this beef between Esau and Esau about to get realer than it has been. You know, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit beareth witness that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. Alright. Yeah, gotta go. This just happened today. Just before the election. Just like Antonin Scalia, just like his death was before the election, but now even more is at stake. Because each president that's gotten in office has been more fucked up than the last one. And this devil Trump, he's a proud devil. Like even worse than how Obama, the Hamite booty scratching homo, he was for the sodomites and shit. Even basically Obama was like so-called liberal, more so-called liberal, or supposedly was, right? Trump was even. He's been prouder than them. He's been way more stout than his fellows. And this is just gonna get that beef, popping between the Blue Devils and the Red Devils, Hey, cause Esau is banging on each other now, just like our people have been. Now it's Esau's turn to have his eye be evil against his brother. Even though these devils never really gave a fuck about each other, now that unity between Esau and Esau is over with. Khan, we going home, brother. We going home, sis. We going home. Kala Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for this. You know, I for one welcome this news. It's not bad news to me, and to the men and women of the hopeful elect. This is not a bad news. This is not bad news. This is actually good news. It's a good development. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, he died on Friday, September 18th to 9/18/2020, before the election. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices. It could be some shit that happened, or it could just be Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that took her out. Either way, it was Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, whether Esau played a role or not. Alright, I got this CNN article up on this devil's death. And she just died today. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg died on Friday due to complications of metastatic pancreas cancer, the court announced. She was 87. Ginsburg was appointed in 1993 by President Bill Clinton, that devil, and in recent years served as the most senior member of the court's liberal wing, so-called liberal wing, consistently delivering progressive votes on the most divisive social issues of the day, including abortion, so-called abortion rights, so the rights for, like, basically an unborn baby. The mom has the right to murder her unborn baby, according to this devil. Same-sex marriage, sodomites, rights for sodomites to be sodomites, voting rights, so the right for you to, so-called right for you to vote for Esau, vote for the perfect devil, that says the right things, that says he's gonna help your community. Immigration. Hey, vote for the red devils or the blue devils, voting rights, because that's basically been the options that they've given us. Either the red devil or the blue devil wins. Which really, it's an illusion of choice. Immigration. So, again, these are the devils that are supposed to be pro-Jake. That's supposed to be for the Northern Kingdom. So they can come over here and they can build up this kingdom, basically. Healthcare and affirmative action, which mainly benefited Shedemites, despite popular belief. No, it wasn't a giveaway to Jake. And healthcare, of course, Obamacare. So-called affordable healthcare, but, well, not really. Just not really that affordable as it should be. And Esau had a provision in there where it basically, there was an authorization for them to use devices, including the RFID chip. It wasn't a mandate yet, but it was a sort of authorization. But you know how this devil works incrementally. Yeah, so of course, you know, she was a demon. And along the way, she developed a rock star type status and was dubbed the notorious RBG, quote unquote, in speaking events across the country before liberal audiences. She was greeted with standing ovations as she spoke about her view of the law, her fame, exercise routine, and her often fiery dissents. So basically, she was supposed to be for the people, for Jake, of course, but we all know that these blue devils and these red devils, they're both against Jake. Just one pretends to be your friend. Pretend to be your friend while pushing abortion and sodomite rights. And she was like a huge feminist, so she pushed that shit on our people too, which destroyed our families. So she actually wasn't a friend of Jake. But you know how they're gonna paint her. Oh, she's a friend. But hey, the proud red devils that just want to be straight up with the racism and shit, they hated her. They hated this she devil. And the so-called liberal devils, they loved her. These liberal devil politicians and these conservative proud red Republican devil politicians and judges, they all Esau's policies and shit. You know, as the movie Trick Bait showed you, they all in these two groups. You know, it's over with this through. Quote unquote, our nation has lost a jurist of historic stature, said Chief Justice John at the proud devils, but he's not so proud, which makes him a moderate. He's not so openly proud, I should say. We at the Supreme Court have lost a colleague. Today we mourn, but with confidence that future generations will remember Ruth Bader Ginsburg as we knew her, a tireless and resolute champion of justice. You know, of course not, but that's what these devils are gonna say. True. It is did she fight for justice for the unborn? Nah, she fought against that. Did she fight for justice? Well, she fought for sodomite rights, and you know, the just thing would have been to fight against that, and she didn't do that shit. She did the opposite. But you know, hey, these devils, they're all in one accord, really. They're all in one accord, but they each one of them want to rule the New World Order. Ginsburg died surrounded by her family at her home in Washington, D.C., the court said. A private interment service will be held at Arlington National Cemetery. Ginsburg has suffered from five bouts of cancer, most recently a recurrence in early 2020 when a biopsy revealed lesions on the liver. In a statement, she said that chemotherapy was yielding positive results, quote unquote, and that she was able to maintain an active daily routine. I have often said I would remain a member of the court as long as I can do the job. On July 2020, I remain fully able to do that, quote unquote. She told the audience in 2019 that she was like to keep busy even when she was fighting cancer. Okay, quote unquote. Despite her having cancer, she wanted to keep that position. Basically, she didn't want to step down. Hey, before the election of President Donald Trump, that the proudest red devil he's the proudest red devil that's been in there in a while. In a long while, since Teddy Roosevelt or Andrew Jackson. He's the one he may be Andrew Jackson. Ken Ginsburg told CNN that he is a faker and noted that he had gotten away with that she should recuse what side she was on. Seen without soft spot for Justice Ginsburg. Obama, the handmight gives Trump the opportunity to further solidify the conservative glass ceiling at the time when free women attended law school with the different justices who could steer the court to the right on social issues. So basically, the red team to fill up the Supreme Court, with their people. So that the blue team, they have a lot at stake here. Ginsburg was well known for, so she was basically like a huge feminist. Basically saying that women, they oppressed and shit. And she did a lot of the shit that basically, she was responsible for a lot of shit that basically put women over men, basically. That's that type of devil that she was. Oh, buffering. Yeah, Esau is getting cut. Esau already know I'm gonna go in on them. So these devils are getting cut in anticipation. They getting pre-cut. Just thinking about it. Yeah. They know already what the deal is. This devil had a large role in this. A woman shall compass a man. That's Jeremiah 31 verse 22. Really, it didn't do nothing to help Jake. To help Eve, because Eve just definitely didn't do shit to help Jake. It actually hurt our people. But it didn't do nothing to help Eve. All it did was, the government gets more taxes. We're now working, and the women, they spend more money on the economy. So yeah, the 1%. These people claim to be against the 1%, but the 1% actually wins because of that shit. And Esau knows this. That's why he pushed it. But yeah, Jeremiah 31 verse 22. How long wilt thou go about? Wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh Shem Shai has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. That's exactly what happened. That's a new thing in the earth. What happened from the efforts of her and other feminists, which hey, for you feminists, a so-called white man actually funded that whole movement. So I mean, even feminism was created by man. The Rockefellers, look into that. They had a large role in funding feminism. You know, Esau was the biggest beneficiary of feminism. And the so-called white woman, and because they turned they turned y'all against Jake, and so she saw benefited from that, and also Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because y'all being against Jake, you know, y'all, it was actually pushed on you to get with the Edomite instead. So, you know, with feminism, Esau wins. And that's why Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, that's why he put it in the scripts. That's why he inspired Paul to say this in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. And he also had him say this too. You know, he also had him say this too in verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Verse 9. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. And the Bible is clearly against feminism. Clearly that new thing that was created upon the earth was actually a judgment on Jake. Cause we the Yasharala, we are the woman of Yahweh with his woman, and so we played the harlot. We played the harlot, and we was ratchet and all that towards Yahweh. So what did he do? He gave us a taste of our own medicine by using Esau Edom to push feminism. You know, this devil, this she-devil, of course, an Amalekite, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she was instrumental in pushing that shit. And so she played her role. She was a good devil while she was alive. You know, and it was time for her to go. But you know, that's gonna cause Esau Edom to beef with each other even more, because that's prophecy, and this is how it's being brought about. Isaiah 19 verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So a so-called liberal part of town or so-called liberal city, liberal state, not even the state, the whole state is going to be in all liberal, all conservative. You're going to have parts of states fighting against each other. City against city, neighbor against neighbor, and ultimately kingdom against kingdom. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And you already see these devils going into that shit even more. But I thought these people were Christian, right? But they're going into witchcraft and shit. You see more of that. And Esau is doing more of his rituals and doing more of his sacrifices, which is why also you're seeing more of these events. These fire sacrifices, like verse 4, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Lord of hosts. And that's Trump. A fierce king shall rule over them. And hey, Trump, he fits the bill of that fierce king. He's way more stout, Lil Horn way more stout than his fellows. That's America. America is proud as fuck. Hey, these European Edomites, even these British Edomites are less proud, even though they are also proud. They are less proud. But Trump, he's been even more stout than the other presidents that came, than the other 44 presidents. He's been way more stout. And that's the proud devils. That's the proud red devils. And this devil, man, he actually said something about, I think he actually called for her death, or called for this Amalekite judge. He actually called for her death in a tweet, I believe. RBG death tweet. Or he retweeted a tweet or some shit. I believe he said something about that. Okay. Yeah, I believe that. Oh yeah, Trump in Congress, they're already preparing for nomination. It's already beginning. But Trump called back in 2016. Trump calls on Justice Ginsburg to resign. Tweets, her mind is shocked. Donald Trump, that was back when he was running for president. Donald Trump says Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg should resign after her series of biting remarks about his campaign for president. Okay. This is what he said. For some reason, this shit is mute. What the fuck?
Scholars say Justice Ginsburg would...
Let me play it from the start.
And in a tweet, he says, quote, her mind is shot, resign. In print interviews over the past 4 days, she called him a faker with a big ego and joked that she might move to New Zealand if he's elected. Republicans, including the House, spam what she said.
That strikes me as inherently biased and out of the realm. I think that's something that she should not have done.
The generally liberal New York Times editorial page says Trump is right to criticize her. Quote, Washington is more than partisan enough without the spectacle of a Supreme Court justice flinging herself into the mosh pit. The Washington Post says her comments were better left unsaid. Beyond the issue of a member of the court wading into politics, legal scholars say Justice Ginsburg would face calls to take herself off some big cases if Trump gets elected.
And that's exactly what happened.
If a judge is incapable of exercising more discretion in their public comments, it really undermines the public's faith in the ability of a judge, or in this case a justice, to do their job.
But while some Ginsburg supporters wish she'd kept quiet, a former Ginsburg clerk says there's no question about her mind.
Her writing is not only lucid, but eloquent and powerful. I think in a wide range of cases, she's been an important voice on the court, as she has been for decades.
No apology from Justice Ginsburg, and nothing further from Donald Trump either. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
So there you go. There you go. Well, he didn't say nothing about that specifically, but I believe that, I don't know, yeah, there was some controversy between he and that she-devil, you know, that's what it was. That's what it was. He said some shit about her. Hey, and Donald Trump, unaware of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death, touts Ted Cruz for Supreme Court. Hey, these devils may have these devils may have done something. They may have taken her out. Hey, Esau taking out his own. Hey, this is from the Washington Times, which is for the proud devils, but they're not like they're for the proud red Republican devils. President Trump touted Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas for the Supreme Court on Friday at a campaign rally, unaware that news of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death became public while he was on the stage. Quote unquote, I'm putting Ted Cruz as one of the people for the Supreme Court, Mr. Trump told supporters in Bemidji, Minnesota. Quote unquote, Ted's the only man I know who could get 100 votes from the Senate. Every single senator is going to vote for him. He's a great guy, a brilliant guy, quote unquote. Just as the president was speaking, news of Justice Ginsburg's death was breaking across the nation. Coincidence? I think not. The 87-year-old liberal jurist had been battling cancer for years. Hey, hey, Mr. Trump said the Supreme Court is very important to the election in November. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, it's a lot at stake here for the Blue Devils. It's a lot at stake here. So that civil war, you know, is prophesied, and it's, you know, you could see it already taking shape. Hey, you know, hey, these Blue Devils, you already know they hate Ted Cruz. Make sure don't get in there again. If you don't get in, same shit. Oh, buffering, Esau. Oh, devil's mad. Yeah, Esau was probably like, shit, brother's going into this too. Yeah. He know he's through. The next president will get 1, 2, or 3, or 4 Supreme Court justices. Hey, this devil, quote unquote. But the next president will have anywhere from 1 to 4. Think of that. Mr. Trump said, that will totally change when you talk about life, when you talk about the Second Amendment, when you talk about things that are so important to you. He getting them going. Earlier this month, how coincidental, and then this happens. And then, hey, all this. Oh, and then he mentions it in a speech, and then she dies, you know. But I think Esau helped her. Earlier this month, the president released a list of 20 new possible nominees he would consider for the Supreme Court if he's elected to a second term. The list includes Mr. Cruz and GOP Senators Tom Cotton of Arkansas and Josh Hawley of Missouri. Hey, and they're like, I think that devil was involved in that whole, that whole thing where they was so-called gonna lock up Hillary Clinton and shit. But, you know, these devils never did, because they're all a part of that crafty council against us. You know, all these devils be doing the same type of shit that Hillary was doing. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he would push for confirmation of a new justice this year if a vacancy occurred, despite the looming presidential election. Senate Minority Leader Charles E. Schumer of the Blue Team of New York, another amalekite, tweeted after Justice Ginsburg's death, "The American people should have a voice in the selection of their next Supreme Court justice. Therefore, this vacancy should not be filled until we had a new president." Hey, bruh. You know what? That should sound familiar. Y'all remember when Justice Anthony Scalia, that red devil, y'all remember when he died in 2016 and Obama wanted to appoint that devil Merrick Garland, and the Red Devils were like, fuck no, they blocked his attempt. Hey, these Blue Devils, guess what they gonna do this time around? Funny shit. Hey, and I remember looking into, snap, something went wrong when displaying this web page. If you're seeing this frequently, try these suggestions. No, I'm not seeing this frequently. Esau is just mad. Esau got mad. Cause, hey, it's revealed unto us, it's revealed unto his prophets. It's revealed unto them what these devils are gonna do before they even do it. So, like, Esau, your game plan has been prophesied about, and also those that those that have the eye salve to see, they could see your game plan. Hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai snitching on Esau. He snitched on you. And I actually looked into, I remember looking into hearing about these devils oft Justice Scalia too, back then. These devils helped him die. And then I looked into it, and hey, lo and behold, they did. And so, it just seems like they did the same shit here. Yeah. As the president spoke at the rally in Minnesota, someone near the stage shouted, "Ginsburg just died." Near the person who had shouted hushed the person, and the president apparently didn't hear the news. According to an NBC reporter at the rally, which, these devils are, of course, because it was their plan the whole time. We'll have, we'll sacrifice Scalia, and I believe he was involved in some type of shit, I believe it was like some mafia type shit. That Edomite judge. It was some type of shit that he was involved in. So like, hey, I wouldn't believe I wouldn't be surprised if this devil was involved in some shit too. Or it's just like, oh, we'll sacrifice, we'll sacrifice one of your people. We'll sacrifice one of your people. And then make him we'll sacrifice one of your people. And then we're gonna do the same. We're gonna sacrifice a Blue Devil 2020. I wouldn't be surprised if Esau had like some type of deal where they did some shit like that. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And then they had to issue a statement. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows tweeted out a reaction to Justice Ginsburg's death before the president stopped speaking at the rally. So just then he tweeted out a reaction before the president stopped speaking at the rally. I mean, interesting. Joining the whole nation tonight in mourning the loss of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a trailblazer, a dedicated public servant, and an inspiration to so many, quote-unquote, Mr. Meadows said on Twitter. My prayers are with their family and friends, and they're not praying to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, by the way. Of course. These people led a remarkable life of consequence. She worked, rest in peace. Hey, of course. Oh yes, his frames were dropped. Low band. Questioning a SCOTUS candidate. Okay, yeah. Not. Oh yeah, Republican strategist Ron Bonjean, who worked with the White House on the successful Supreme Court nomination of Justice Neil M. Gorsuch. He was nominated in place of Scalia. Same man who was behind that. Said he expect the president to nominate a replacement soon. Quote unquote. It's very different than voting to confirm that person before the November election. A White House, Salaka, yeah. I clicked on some shit on accident. A White House nomination rollout and confirmation campaign is something that will likely happen in the short order. So they're gonna rush their man through. Mr. Bungie noted that the 1 days. He called it a big reason why SCOTUS confirmation vote by the Senate would not take place until after election. They're gonna be like, vote for me in honor of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and so Trump don't put one of his own there. You know, he puts one of his own there, we're fucked. You know, hey, I actually clicked on the Young Turks live, you know, that they're liberal devils. And yeah, they gonna rush it through. You know, or like he said, it could happen after the election, but you know, also these devils are planning a war on Iran before the election. So, you know, it's just a bunch of shit is going on at the same time. These devils are trying to run their agenda through. It's what you see. And that's going to be something else that they're going to use. Like, oh, if Trump wins, our country is fucked, basically. But if, you know, not, America is fucked anyways. But they're going to say that. And Trump, on the other hand, hey, Biden wins, our country's fucked. Because they're going to, God, if Biden wins, 2020 has been on fire, for real. If Biden wins, our country's fucked because we're gonna miss this opportunity to take this country back or whatever. So either side is gonna feel that they're fucked if their man don't win, and so it's gonna be a civil war either way. And then with Esau planning to start shit with Iran right before the election, which is another tactic of these devils. Start a war to win the election. Start a war so that so that people will want you to be the president. You will want your people to be in power still. And so Bush did it. Bush started that Iraq war in 2003, before the 2004 election. You know, even though it was already predetermined, you know, he started it so that it would be the people's will that he would win. Oh, because Kerry's weak and shit. Even though both of them wanted that war. You know, one just acts a certain way. Or we're for peace. And the other one is like, nah, fuck them. Let's bomb them niggas. That would be the proud devils. K. Cole, order out of chaos. Exactly what's going on. That's that exactly, man. War with Iran. So, Matthew 24. War, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, because this is also gonna be along racial lines, because Jake still sees the Democrats, you know, for the most part as the best option. So, and they for the most part they see that they're if Trump wins, then these proud devils are gonna be even prouder, basically. And Jake Jake likes it when you act nice while whooping his ass. Oh, if you took all this in, yeah, if you let it get to you, don't be dismayed. If you let it get to you, if you let it fuck with you, yeah, you'd bug out. Yeah, Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be pestilences, there shall be famines, well that too, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. That is exactly what you see happening. You know, I went live on the so-called Christian pastor, this Edomite pastor, calling for his congregation to join militias to stop BLM. Stop the left wing, which BLM is considered the left wing. Really, if you're a Jake, because the left wing, you're a Jake, or that's another term they have for nigga lover, basically. So if you're a Jake, or if you're a Edomite that, you know, is not one of them, not stout enough, basically. If you're easy on Jake, basically, then if you're trying to fight your hatred and you're not showing it, basically you have so-called white guilt, then they basically, you're left wing, you're considered a race traitor. And so that he was calling on his congregation to join a militia. These regular ass Edomites, these everyday Edomites, they're ready. Chariots also, they're showing themselves more and more. And Esau, you know, Esau said that chariot in New Jersey was a blimp, but I doubt it. I doubt it, because these chariots have been showing themselves. And Esau, you know, he's done this before when the chariot shows. Oh, it's a good year blimp, or something like that. So I doubt that it was a blimp. I think that Esau just doesn't want to admit it, even though he's been forced to admit it. Yeah, so Esau has to play it off. I believe that's what's happening. Any signs of humility. And these devils nowadays are like, nah, you gotta show your hatred. Show your horns. That's the trend among Esau. And so these devils that want to hide their horns, they get shamed. And so yeah, those devils, they're of course seen as race traitors. They're seen as race traitors, so that so-called Christian patriot militia is coming for them. And also for Jake. Cause these devils, they feel that Jake is too uppity now. And so, cause Jake no longer fears Esau like that. Like in the old days when Jake used to move to the other side of the street, or move to the side, move around when the Edomite was walking towards him, walking in their path. A tornado of fire. Hey, he has his way in the whirlwind. This is that's ultimately being brought about by Yahweh Shem Shai. These devils are just his sword. Well, they are in his hand, you know. Whether these devils want to admit it, and they don't want to admit it, but that's all right though. It is what it is. Yeah, Nahum chapter 1, verse 2. Yahweh is jealous, and Yahweh revengeth. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, controls you devils, and is furious. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. See, these elite devils are being used to judge these everyday devils. Because where is Ka'Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? They don't know it. They think that it's their own will. But nah, they're being used. They're being used to bring down their own queendom. And Ka'Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for that. Esau, you played yourself. Verse 3. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. You're not getting off the hook. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai had his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. That's an example of that, and also that Hurricane Sally that hit the south. That's another example of that too. Hitting those that's where those red devils are. Esau, Edom, of course, is buffering my life. That's where those red devils and those wicked jakes, wicked crab-eating jakes, and those and gator-eating jakes, eating those abominations, and as well as those confused Israelite foreigners, they live down there too, oppressing their own brothers and sisters, and vice versa. Jake oppresses each other in the South because they have that evil eye, and so they're being judged for that. That hating your brother without a cause is like murder. And this is just the beginning for these devils and 2/3 and heathens. There's more scourges coming for their ass. I think there's even another hurricane developing in the Gulf, if I'm not mistaken. It's not over. Hey, you have floods on one side of the country and fires on the other side. Hey, I believe in 2nd Ezra, it goes into that. But yeah, I believe another hurricane. Salakia. Hurricane in the Gulf. I believe there's another one. Tropical Storm Beta, because they ran out of names. And guess where it's heading towards? South Texas. South Texas. Closer to my neck of the woods. It's gonna hit Southeast Texas. A lot of Jake, as well as a lot of Ishkarites are down there. And a lot of Ishkarites down there, they sleep on this truth. And they need to wake up. Y'all, you so-called Mexicans, y'all are you want to come down here to San Antonio? Well, San Antonio is it's not on the coast, but it's more inland. Yeah, you so-called Mexicans, y'all are the tribes. Y'all are the same people as Los Negros. They are your brothers. You're the tribe of Issachar. You're not different than them. No, you're not the same as these so-called white people. Y'all need to wake up. These so-called white people hate y'all too. These so-called white people, these Edomites, they wanna, they see y'all as niggas as well. They have the same opinion about you as they have about Los Negros. They're not your people. You need to stop hating on Judah, calling them Mayate and shit. You need to stop acting like Esau. He's not your friend, and he's not your brother. And you're not better than Judah. Y'all are the same people. That's Issachar down there have that evil eye towards their brother. That's why they can't see this truth. And they have that they have sweet Caesarea on their mind. And you so-called Mexicans need to wake up, because sweet Caesarea was pushed on you by sweet Caesarea, that image of who you think is Jesus Christ, who you think is the man known as Jesus Christ, which is not. Hey, the man that you know as Jesus Christ, he's a so-called black man. He's on negro. And su nombre es Yahweh Shai. Matthew 5 verse 22 talks about whosoever who's angry with his brother without a cause. Also a lot of y'all have grudges against Judah. That's the so-called Negroes, the Negros. They are the tribe of Judah, and some are the tribe of Benjamin, some are the tribe of Levi, because the West Indians and Haitians, they are primarily Benjamin and Levi. But they're your brothers. And Matthew chapter 5 verse 22 says, "But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment, and whosoever shall say to his brother Rakah shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire, because you have no reason to hate your brother just because he is a darker shade. He is a different shade of brown than you. There's a famous Ishkarite rap group called A Lighter Shade of Brown. And you Ishkarites, y'all are just a lighter shade of brown than Judah. Y'all are the same people. That's the whole point to that. That's what that name means. You so-called Mexicans are the same people as the so-called Negroes, but you're a lighter shade of brown, and you have a different textured hair because your ancestors mixed with the heathens, as it was prophesied about y'all in Hosea 7 verse 8. You know, and this is also a cut to you black only Israelites too. Because y'all are doing the same. Y'all are doing the same shit. Y'all have that evil eye towards your brother as well. You know, the time is coming when it's already on its way, when Judah shall not vex Ephraim, and Ephraim shall not envy Judah. But y'all are gonna be in one accord. Y'all gonna fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines, and the children and Esau and Edom. Esau Edom, and because we're gonna be a terror unto these heathens again. And the children of Ammon gonna obey us. And that's why these heathens are so shook, especially when they see a northern kingdom chilling with the southern kingdom, and they don't beef. That's why Esau gets so shook. Why? For y'all, they're just coming across this truth, and y'all don't know that so-called blacks and Latinos are the same people. Why does Esau always talk about so-called black people and Latinos together? Ask yourselves that. Or why does he get so shook whenever he sees so-called black people and Latinos together, and they like to try to pit y'all against each other? Why is it such an issue? Why y'all in the hoods together? Why y'all getting shot down by the cops together? Ask yourselves that before you be like, no, I can't be. And Hosea chapter 7 verse 8, Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. And cake not turned is light on one side and dark on the other side. And you do have northern kingdom that is as dark as Judah or even darker. And you have northern kingdom that's real light skinned, like my complexion. I could pass for a northern kingdom. But as that shows, skin color does not mean anything when it comes to race. It doesn't determine your race. It just means that your ancestors mixed with the heathen women. And Ephraim, northern kingdom, so-called Latinos do that today. They call it mejorando la raza. They get with the Ephraimite man will get with the Edomite woman, so that his children look lighter skinned. And they fit in. Ephraimites, they don't like looking dark skinned. They don't like looking like a Negro, so that's why they do that. And then also you have Ephraimite women that are sellouts, and they get with Esau. No, really, it's you so-called Latinos attempts to escape the curses, which that's not how it works at all. Our people will do anything to escape the curses but repent. The Israelite foreigners that look like Edomites, they catch hell under this devil. So they catch hell under this devil, and their oppression is not even recognized like that, because they look like Esau. That's the That's the flip side. That's what you get. You still get oppressed. You get a few crumbs, so-called white privilege. You get a few crumbs, but it's not. It's diet. It's diet, so-called white privilege. It's not, because it's not Edomite privilege. Because just because you look like Edomite don't make you a Edomite. It just means that you look like them. So they use that to their advantage and give you a few more crumbs. And then, they use those crumbs to say, to be like, see, they ain't oppressed. The Irish wasn't slaves, they was indentured servants. When that's bullshit. That basically, they chose to get paid shit, to get the bare minimum, which they gave Judah on the plantations the bare minimum too, enough for them to survive and work another day. And who would choose it? No, they got tricked. You look into the history of the Irish, and a lot of them they were actually sold into indentured servitude. Their captors would actually sign them into that. And the Irish tried to fight it in court, and they lost, showing that they couldn't escape the curses. Hey, you try to go the legal route to get out the curses, and it don't work either. Esau just gives you a few crumbs. Oh, okay, now shut up and be a good slave for me. That's what these devils be like. And you Israelite foreigners, y'all took the bag. Y'all took the small bag that was given to you. That gift. That was given to you. And you took it, and because y'all have also forgotten that you're the same as these so-called blacks, Latinos, and natives. Y'all actually, back in Virginia, you Israelite foreigners that look like Esau, you mainly Irish indentured servants that were over there. Y'all back then it was clear to you that y'all were brothers. But after Esau gave you that small bag, you forgot. You started thinking you was one of them. You had an evil eye toward your brother. You're like, fuck these niggas. Fuck these niggas. I got that so-called white privilege now. But y'all haven't escaped. Y'all still getting oppressed. And now you see that came and bit you in the ass, because now they don't recognize. Now they don't recognize your oppression, and they use that to separate you from your brothers. Hey, McConnell vows Trump nominee to replace Ginsburg will get Senate vote. So they're shoving it through. They're setting up historic fight. Hey, it's on like Donkey Kong for real. Oh, they said next president should choose new judge. Breaking news. Hey, McConnell is going ahead with this. 17 17 minutes ago it came out. That turtleneck having devil. He gets clown on for that. A Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell vowed on Friday that whomever President Donald Trump nominates to replace the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will get a vote on the Senate floor, signaling a historic fight in Congress over one of the most polarizing issues in American politics. President Trump's nominee will receive a vote on the floor of the United States Senate, quote-unquote. McConnell, a Kentucky Republican, or proud red team, said in a statement Friday evening that sets GOP lawmakers on a collision path with Democrats. Red team versus blue team. Though the exact timing of such a fight was not immediately clear. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. The exact timing of the fight was not immediately clear. Well, it's just before the election. GOP aides are skeptical that there is enough time to confirm a nominee before November 3rd, given that Supreme Court nominees typically take 2 or 3 months to process, according to... they gonna ram it through. According to a review of recent confirmation proceedings. But there you go. But that process could be sped up if McConnell, who controls the majority of the chamber, has the votes to confirm a replacement, and there is enough time to confirm someone in a lame duck session of Congress after the November elections. Bruh. It's gonna be chaos. That calculation is further complicated if Republicans lose control of the Senate and the White House after the election, and whether enough GOP senators would break ranks and oppose any nominee by a president who had just lost his election and the GOP Senate that just lost its majority. Oh, shit, man. Senate Republicans. And who did he say he would appoint? Ted Cruz. He might just do that. Oh, my email, brother. Oh, Salaka, I just read your message the way it was. On my email, it's I'm gonna put it on here. You can. I'm gonna give you this one. Screenshot it real quick. I have to just. Screenshot it because I don't want it's not much people that view my lives anyways, or maybe Esau just hides the other views and makes it look like I don't get much. But there, yeah, hit me up. Yeah, but Esau is completely through. America, the United States of America, more like the divided States of America. Senate Republicans, and they're gonna try to ram it through, even if they have it set up to where Trump loses his election, and it's Biden time, and the GOP loses its majority. Even if they have it set up that way, we're not out of office yet, so they gonna ram it through. They're gonna be like, nah, fuck them, fuck them devils. we gonna make sure our man gets in there. Senate Republicans, which is gonna, man, Esau, you're through. Senate Republicans, who hold the majority in the upper chamber, only need 51 votes to confirm a new justice once one is formally nominated. Currently, there are 53 GOP senators, meaning they can only lose 3 Republicans. In the event of a 50-50 split, Vice President Mike Pence could cast a tie-breaking vote. One last fuck you by the proud red devils. Basically, these devils could do that shit, or they probably have Trump. Trump in there. He need to go get back in there. That's probably what they're gonna do, but hey, we'll know whenever Esau makes his decision public, if we get to that point. Already, Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski, they always have her involved whenever it comes to this shit. And Susan Collins of Maine has said that there is not enough time to confirm someone before November. But eventually, hey, these are so-called moderate, not so proud devils, they end up falling in line. As you saw with the impeachment vote. I think with the vote for the replacement Justice Gorsuch, I think they also fell in line. You're always gonna have them too. That I don't know about this. Like the so-called cooler heads, basically. I don't know about this. I think we need to chill. You're always gonna have them too. That's the role that they play. But eventually they fall in line. Collins told I believe when it came to Kavanaugh, I believe they did the same shit, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. They rammed him through. Already, Collins told the New York Times earlier this month that she'd oppose seating a nominee in a lame duck session if Joe Biden wins the White House. Which what this also does. It also makes it like it makes it so that that Trump's base is more like that Trump's base is more it is basically more energized. So Trump's base is they're gonna show out more because they're gonna be more worried about if Trump loses. That's what this does. Esau Edom is just gonna. Esau Edom is setting the stage. This Odawab KO, but this is how these devils are gonna bring themselves down, because the kingdom divided cannot stand. Yeah. It's unclear if more Republicans would break ranks, because remember you have Mitt Romney, which is supposed to be a never Trump Republican. CNN has reached out to Congress. Murkowski and Senator Mitt Romney of Utah among others, to seek their position on the matter. In July, Republican leaders signaled that they would confirm a nominee this year. "We will," quote-unquote, says Senator John Thune of South Dakota, the second-ranking Republican leader, when asked if the Senate would fill a vacancy, even during the lame duck session after the presidential election. They'll ram it through. They'll jam it through. That would be a part of this year. We would move on it. Hey. And what do you think going to happen? But Senate Judiciary Chairman Lindsey Graham would, chaos, of course. But Senate Judiciary Chairman Lindsey Graham wasn't sure if he would agree to that. "I'd like to fill the vacancy, but we would have to see. I don't know how practical that would be," quote-unquote, Graham told CNN in July. The market would vary. Any of this shit is a coincidence. McConnell's vow, I highly doubt it. Especially happening during the Trump speech. A Trump rally. When he was talking about that shit. McConnell's vow that a nominee would get a vote set up a clash with the top Democrat in the Senate, Chuck Schumer of New York, who said earlier, Friday, that a Supreme Court vacancy should not be filled until we have a new president there. Yup. There you see. That's what McConnell did back in 2016, and this is what now Schumer is doing this shit in 2020. The American people should have a voice in the selection of their next Supreme Court justice. Therefore, this vacancy should not be filled until we have a new president, the top Senate Democrat tweeted after news of the justice's passing broke. They already ready for that fight. Ginsburg died. Hey, they want all the smoke, man. They already ready for it. They gonna dig in. They already ready. Ginsburg, they digging in, and they already ready. Ginsburg died on Friday due to complications of metastatic pancreas cancer. The court announced she was 87, and like I said, so-called. But I believe Esau helped her. Esau gave her a push. She was 87. Earlier this year, McConnell reiterated his position that the GOP-led Senate would confirm a nominee to any Supreme Court vacancy that occurred this election year, despite leaving a seat vacant in 2016 and preventing President Barack Obama's nominee for consideration. Remember that shit? Graham expressed his condolences over Ginsburg's passing Friday evening. "It was with great sadness that I learned of the passing of Justice Ginsburg. Justice Ginsburg was a trailblazer who possessed tremendous passion for her causes. She served with honor and distinction as a member of the Supreme Court," the Republican South Carolina senator tweeted, quote-unquote. They're always going to do that shit. Hey, yeah. They always, because, they all for that New World Order. Concerning the New World Order, they are on the same team. It's just one wants control over it, and it's just they're fighting for control over it. And that's where the division comes in. Ginsburg was appointed in 1993 by President Bill Clinton and in recent years served as the most senior member of the court's liberal wing, consistently delivering progressive votes on the most divisive issues of the day, including, I already know, so-called We already know she was a demon, okay? She was for all that shit, the LGBT, XYZ, murder of the unborn, you know, all that mess. And she pretended to be a friend of our people. You know, you already know she was a huge demon. God. He speaks sweetly with his lips, but wars in his heart, even to his own people. Oh, she was well, I had many differences with her on legal philosophy. Yeah, sure you did. I appreciated her service to our nation. My thoughts and prayers are with her family and friends. May she rest in peace. Okay, so that's Senator Lindsey Graham, you know, which he's a sodomite himself. He just hasn't come out with it, but he's a sodomite. You know, it's known that that's why he ain't got a woman, that he's a sodomite. You know, and they hypocrites because they claim to be against sodomites and shit. You know, actually, a tranny Satanist was nominated to sheriff, and he was a Republican nominee. So yeah, his right hand is right hand of falsehood. Yeah, man. Talking like that in glowing terms about her while probably be like in her head, yeah, we killed that bitch. That's how these devils be like. Oh, I'm gonna get that one. His words were as smooth as butter. That's these devils, as you can see. And these devils know each other. 55 verse. Oh wait, Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth. Oh, Psalms 55 verse 20. He had put forth his hand against such that as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. That's their MO. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. That is this devil. No. You know, as even when it comes to his own, because there is no honor among thieves. And the thief coming not but to steal, kill, and just really murder and destroy. That's the thief. Esau, Edom, and that's why these chariots, they're the curse that fly upon the whole earth, and that is coming into the house of the thief. That was Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, about, you know, it's kind of cliche by this point, but you know it's important not to trust your enemy. Actually, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. You know, it's important. Oh, yeah. Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes. Wasn't that what they were doing? But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. That's them. That's them. They're cutthroat. Hey, man. Hey. That's why verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so was his wickedness. You know, this man will put up a front. He will speak sweetly with his lips. Act like he care about you. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, man. Hey, verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. And they do that to each other. Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? Hey, because these devils, they're the deaf adder that cannot be charmed. Not even by their own. Verse 14, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with them in his sins, who's going to pity you? Who's going to feel sorry for you? That's why you can't trust these devils. They're evil to themselves. He who is evil to himself, who shall he be good to? To himself. Yeah, that's Ecclesiasticus chapter 14, verse 12, verse 5 actually. He that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. In verse 3, riches are not comely for a niggard. And what should an envious man do with money? Verse 4, and these devils, they the real niggards. You don't even know. And they like to talk shit about our people. But these devils are the real niggards. Verse 4, he that gathereth by defrauding his own soul, gathereth for others that should spend his goods riotously. You know, and that also goes into they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. You know, they that eat thy bread. You know, and that goes into like the 10 horns, those European Edomites. You know what? You know, even their brethren back in Babylon, these other Babylonian devils. But, you know, definitely them, these heathens and these European Edomites. But verse 4, though, the point, verse 5, actually, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. It is not enough for him. He can't get enough. These devils are like death and hell, which cannot be satisfied. Verse 6, there is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And you know, that's how these devils are falling. They are envious of their own. verse 7, the evil eye, the evil eye. That's how these devils fall in, that curse. Your eye shall be evil towards your brother, and towards the woman of your bosom, and your woman, and your kids. That's falling on these devils, and that division, even between Esau and Esau. That Amalekite judge, she was a huge feminist, and that's also why these proud devils hated her. Because they know that shit destroys civilizations. So they know that they know that shit. So they're against that too. Yeah. He that, verse 7, and if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. That's what you see. Even some of that, even though some of that affirmative action, some of it helped Jake, he did it unwillingly. He made openly discriminating against you Jakes unwillingly. He actually wanted to keep discriminating against you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. But he did it unwillingly because y'all begged. He's that unrighteous judge. She was an unrighteous judge, and guess what? They want to replace her with another unrighteous judge. That unrighteous judge that eventually, gives a widow some justice, because she keeps begging them, and the widow troubleth her. The widow's getting on his or her nerves. So that's how. So that's why these devils will do shit like that for Jake, but it ain't much. It's really, here. I helped you now. Now get the fuck out of my face. That's how these devils. That's their real reason for giving you these crumbs. That's the real reason, so that you can shut the fuck up and be a good slave. And at the last he will declare his wickedness. And what do you see? Even with the blue devils that try to keep it cool. Even Biden, he's one of them. And he tried to, and it's actually come out that he says some fucked up shit about Jake. It's coming out now that's how they feel about you Jakes. And BLM, which is run by Esau, actually funded by the Amalekite and dominated by Edomites. Most of the rioters you see out there are Esau, and they have said that one of their goals is to destroy the so-called black family. So BLM, that's like they want to keep y'all black, and they're not for your lives. They're not for helping you Jakes. That's just a false movement, a controlled opposition set up by these devils, funded by these devils, so y'all can they can make you think that you have a chance and that they care about you. Basically, that's all it is. Give you false hope that you got a chance for justice in this man's society, when the movement itself, one of its goals is to destroy your family. It's really against, if BLM hates anyone, they hate straight so-called black men. Yeah. Verse 8, the envious man has a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men. He has a wicked eye, or an evil eye. A covetous man, verse 9. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul, eats him inside. These devils can't ever have enough. They always need more. They are not satisfied with blood. Verse 20, a wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at the table. Again, Esau, Edom, the real niggards. That's these devils all the way. Oh, Esau buffering my shit, of course. Niggard is someone that basically they're selfish with what they got. Basically. That's why riches is not comely to a niggard. Pain. Shit hurt. His words are smooth as buttercup. And so, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it for a second. I wouldn't doubt it for a second if later on it came out that these devils took her out, just like they did Scalia. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. But yeah, that's just gonna lead to some more Egyptian on Egyptian, Satan on Satan action. If they're divided on every issue, it's heating up. If Satan be divided against Satan, or if Satan drives out Satan, he's divided against himself. Matthew 12, verse 26. This is, I believe, what Abraham Lincoln had in mind in that speech. A house divided. Verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Verse 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, how should then his kingdom stand? So there you go. There you go. If Satan casts out Satan, then how shall his kingdom stand? It don't stand. It has an end. And that end is being made manifest. The end is manifest. No, basically no Obadiah tell you that these devils, the Mennonite Confederacy had deceived them. No, it's divisions in Esau. The Mennonite Confederacy. Wait, no, not in Obadiah, in Malachi. But, yeah, no, in Obadiah. Verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee had deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. You know why? Because verse 8, shall not I not in that day say Yahweh Shem Yahushai even destroy the wise man out of Edom, and understanding out of the Mount of Teman. That's what you see. That's what you see. No, but you see that happening, like, why? Where's the wisdom? Where's the wisdom in Teman? You know, where's it at? Where's it at? You know, these Edomites they're taking more L's by the day, making dumb decisions. Where's the wisdom at? You know. Ah, fuck. You devils are through. You devils are through. And now mighty men on Teman shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. You know. Y'all are divided. Y'all are divided against each other. That's gonna be lead to your downfall. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is using it. His kingdom is divided, and you devils are divided. Hey man, y'all thought y'all was gonna make America great again? Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have indignation forever. Khan, man. Khan. And your eyes shall see, verse 5, and she shall say, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will be magnified from the border of Israel. No, y'all gonna, hey, these so-called Jews also goes into this, are gonna draw you into that war of, God draw you into that war, and y'all are gonna lose horribly. Y'all gonna lose horribly. Be destroyed. Y'all gonna lose horribly. And Esau, your kingdom is gonna be destroyed by nukes ultimately. And who's gonna be shooting the nukes on you? The Russians and these European Edomites. And who drew you into that losing war to fight for them? Those Amalekites, so-called Jews, and they're gonna be destroyed by Russia and Iran. And you devils are planning to go after Iran before the election. Y'all gonna lose. But hey, just like King Ahab was led to Ramoth Gilead to get his ass whooped, to get judged. You know, you devils are being led to your own destruction, to get destroyed in the Middle East. You know, and get destroyed back at home by nukes. You devils are gonna fall, yeah, spectacularly. You know, if it happened to us, it's gonna happen to y'all in an even bigger way. You know, yeah. So Jake, just hold on, I mean, you hopeful elect men and women, hold on. These devils are about to pay. The patience and faith of the saints. It is, you know, we're gonna see what we've been waiting for. You know. Hey, no medicines can cure spiritual Egypt. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Hey, and the voice, verse 20 is coming. 18, Revelation chapter 18, verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Shem Yahushai hath avenged you on her. This is coming. This is coming. The downfall of this devil is coming. Because she shed the blood of the saints. She's drunk off the blood of the saints. Which is Revelation chapter 17, verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. This woman is drunk with the blood of the saints, the Yasharallah, the Israelites. And she wants she wants more of that blood of Yasharallah, and especially the elect. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai gonna avenge us, and that's what we're waiting on. Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. Because you know why? Because here's the patience and faith of the saints. We're going to get what we've been waiting for. Vengeance. We're going to get to see the downfall of our enemy. That is something that makes you happy. Shit, we already seen the downfall of our enemy. Yahweh Tazah, we live to see all of it. And Jeremiah actually says something about we would have healed Babylon. She is not healed, she going down. She's not healed, she's going down. I think I'm just gonna get that. I think I'm just gonna end it on that. Then Esau is also gonna push that chip along with the vaccine. That's the end goal, the chip. And also you gotta stay patient so we can see this devil's downfall and not be a part of his judgment. Verse 9, chapter 14, verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wrath of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is poured without mixer into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints, here they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushai. So, 2 reasons to keep waiting. Stay strong. Akim and Akwad. Men and women of valor. Stay strong and stay hopeful. It's almost over with. It's almost over with. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for that. We would have healed Babylon, and hold up. Maybe I should just end it on this. Yeah, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Everyone forsake her. Everyone forsake her. Hold up, where is that at? Yeah, let me find it. Everyone forsake her. She's not healed. Forsake her, and let's go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up all the way even unto the sky. She ain't gonna be healed. She's gonna be judged, and we're gonna be avenged. Call out Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna end it on that. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but the Spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. And that to America. Destruction to America. My what level ball. Destruction to America, death to America, a Bible ball, a Bible ball, a Bible ball. And Yasharala forever, not Wakanda forever. That shit's dead. Yasharala got next, and Yasharala got forever. So Yasharala forever, starting with the elect of Yasharala. Stay strong. Shalom.